Doctor. Appreciate it very much. And now on to the program. President Evans, thank you very much for all you're doing for this school, and we will indeed miss you for sure. So we have two esteemed panelists. Both of them have been warriors throughout history in terms of politics and philosophy and getting their hands dirty in Washington, D.C. Our first panelist is Grover Norquist. He's president of the Americans for Tax Reform, a taxpayer advocacy group he founded in '85 at President Reagan's request. Now, ATR works to limit the size and the cost of government, obviously opposes higher taxes at the federal, state, and local levels, and supports tax reform that moves towards taxing consumed income one time at one rate. Mr. Norquist is the author of the forthcoming book, End the IRS Before It Ends Us: How to Restore a Low-Tax, High-Growth, Wealthy America. Arianna Huffington, by the way, calls Mr. Norquist the dark wizard of the right's anti-tax cult. So those are nice descriptions for our friend, Mr. Norquist. I didn't want to tell Ralph Nader that I drove my old Corvair here. I didn't want to. No, thanks to him, I still can't find one. So that's okay, though. I grew up admiring him and his spunk and his spirit. Consumer advocate, lawyer, and author Ralph Nader. In his career as consumer advocate, he founded many organizations, including the Center for Study of Responsive Law, the Public Interest Research Group, the Center for Auto Safety, Public Citizen, which is a great organization, by the way, Clean Water Action Project, the Disability Rights Center, the Pension Rights Center, the Project for Corporate Responsibility, and the Multinational Monitor, which is a monthly magazine. His latest book is indeed the inspiration for today's event. It's titled Unstoppable: The Emerging Left-Right Alliance to Dismantle the Corporate State. Mr. Nader, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Our moderator tonight is Tim Jones. He is the former Republican House Speaker, longtime friend of mine, good guy, another guy who has a passion for getting his hands dirty and a passion for the fight. And tonight he's going to be moderating a discussion between two, previously divergent philosophies now coming together to try to solve some of the problems that are hampering our government and indeed our tax structure at this time. Please welcome former House Speaker Tim Jones.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you very much. And good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to all of you. I am Tim Jones. I am the, as my wife says, her favorite title, the former House Speaker of the Missouri House. She and my daughters enjoy having me around a little bit more, and I'm happy to be back in the St. Louis region, working side by side now on a pretty daily basis with my good friend Jamie Allman, my good friends at 97.1, and hopefully you have all caught, and if you have not, you can now catch it tonight, Jamie's brand new show, The Allman Report, which is on ABC 30 every evening at 5 and 10. So if you haven't gotten enough of Jamie and I today, you can listen to us on the radio and on television and just carry us with you everywhere you go. I was very excited about this event because these are two gentlemen that I have definitely followed throughout most of my career, dating back to my college days and up through my political life, and I found them both to be incredibly fascinating. I've had the opportunity to work very closely with Grover Norquist on some tax policy issues here in the state of Missouri, and also have been always interested in Mr. Nader as well and his divergent philosophies. I found it fascinating the two of them were going to sit side by side on a stage and discuss an event that they have found truly a left-right alliance on. And that is dealing with an issue that every state legislature in the country and the federal government wrestles with every single day. Every single public servant, every elected official has to deal with this issue at some time, and many of them deal with this issue every day. You know, we on the right and the conservative wing typically talk about welfare and social programs under one auspice, but in recent years, this idea of corporate welfare has definitely entered into the dialogue, and many view it to be just as dangerous. But for those of the Republican Party, many of them have yet to fully understand exactly what it is, how it operates, and why it is just as dangerous as some of the entitlement programs that those on the right have fought against for years. So, therefore, we have very much a cutting-edge issue, the emerging left-right alliance dealing with, some call it crony capitalism, some call it crony corporatism. It has many names, and we're going to delve deeper into it and learn what it is today. Both of our featured guests are going to give some opening remarks to sort of set the stage from their divergent viewpoints and show how those viewpoints cross here today. And then I will return and moderate the discussion and dig deeper into some details. Following that, we will have some opportunity to hear from you. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your questions. And so Dr. Wall is up here in the front of the audience. He is up here to my right, your left. And if you would like to bring questions to him, we only have a limited period of time for questions, so he's going to call through them and use his professorial wisdom to determine what are the most interesting questions, the most challenging questions for our panelists. And then after that, Jamie will be back with some very important announcements, so stay seated till the very end to talk about some upcoming opportunities following this event relating to Mr. Nader's book. So Grover pointed out to me that Ralph Nader wrote the book on this, literally, and so he is going to go first. So, Mr. Nader, we will start with you.